March. Sunday. Time to head over to the party car and check on the refugees.
We're home. It's gone. How are we supposed...
Daddy, where are we going? I don't want to go out anymore. I want to go home to Mommy.
We'll go home soon, I promise.
Little one, I'm afraid we'll have to find somewhere safer. Think of it as being a brave explorer for a little while.
Explore?
Even heroes in stories have to retreat sometimes before they can find the weapon to beat the big bad monster. So we gotta be brave. Wouldn't you?
I'm gonna be... Some people look miserable. Their homeland is about to be destroyed by some unknown catastrophe. And they're being forced to leave everything behind. Far from home. To us, what are we supposed to...
Fear is contagious. It spreads from one person to the next. One person cries. Strange. The power bestowed upon me by the Mask of Elation.
You got this, bro.
Tuning might relieve them from panic for a while, but it won't help. These people don't need some lofty, out-of-reach promise. All we need to give them is
I know that some of you still have loved ones back in your homeland. And some are grieving for all that it's... But Plain Arcadia is still standing. Its light still shines on the Express's astral charts, because there are still many brave souls fighting on that land. The Nameless, the Stellaron Hunters, the Masked Fools, and, of course, Madame Pearl.
But is there truly any way to stop those things crawling out from underground?
Everyone! The Astral Express just took down a Lord Ravager, and the ones still there in Plain Arcadia are none other than his most trustworthy companions.
I have faith in them. The same way I have faith in everyone here in this car right now. They haven't given up on this world. We cannot allow ourselves to be overcome by fear or despair.
everyone. Once we reach Astropolis safely, we can bring the crisis in Plain Arcadia to the attention of more powerful forces across the cosmos. And when that happens, everything taking place on this planet will receive the reinforcements it desperately needs. And that's what this journey is all about. Carrying the spark of hope out there for those fighting the good fight.
So, where we're headed, is it safe?
I know how it feels to be uprooted from your homeland on such short notice, heading to a world you've never seen. It's only natural for people to feel scared. Our destination is hardly some dangerous, uncharted wasteland. Astropolis is one of the major worlds under the IPC, equipped with comprehensive shelter. Not only will everyone be safe there, but you'll also be provided with temporary housing and living supplies. Once the crisis in Plain Arcadia has been resolved, the IPC will arrange for each one of you to be returned home.
Really? You sure those bigwigs at the IPC won't just treat us like a bunch of rats and slam the door in our faces?
Madame Pearl has already arranged everything for you all. Plain Arcadia is a member of the Pan-Cosmic Trade System, the IPC has an obligation to ensure the safety of plain Arcadia when it faces a crisis.
Astropolis. I've heard of that place.
The Trailblazer Street. He wouldn't let.
We need to get the children out. The Astral Express.
Nice work.
Now that the tide of panic has receded, everyone's got... well... I have to say, your ability to... in any case, we can deal with whatever trouble the future...
Attention, everyone! Calibration is complete! The Express will be warping to Astropolis shortly! For your safety, please find the nearest seat and buckle up!
Sounds like the conductor's all set. Let's grab a seat.
Engines primed. We're ready to depart at...
Himiko, Dan Hung, Mr. Yang.
So that giant cube is...
Attention, all passengers! The warp jump is complete! We have arrived safely at Astropolis!
So... what are we supposed to do next? Himeko and Mr. Yang always make it look so easy. Like it's just step 1, 2, 3. But now that they're gone, I end up completely flustered.
As per tradition, every time the Express makes a stop, we Nameless gather first to decide on our next course of action.
Incoming encrypted transmission from Astropolis.
Looks like our discussion will have to be put on hold.
Friends of the Astral Express. You're finally here. I've been receiving intermittent hyperspace transmissions from Pearl. I'm now up to speed on the emergency in plain Arcadia, where the husk is about to break free.
Himeko and Madame Pearl, are they okay?
Based on the timestamps, they were still fighting as of right before your arrival here. I'll authorize landing clearance for you immediately, and have someone sent to receive you. Welcome to Astropolis. I've also made proper arrangements for accommodating the refugees. Please have the representative from the Department of Aberration Defense coordinate with them.
It's rare to see Madame Jade without a trace of a smile on her face.
Well, you know what they say. The fewer the words, the bigger... I'll go notify the conductor and get the docking car...
And I'm going to inform Miss Nilux, Mr. Ashvale, and Miss Kuchiba.
Friends, the docking car is standing by and ready to roll.
Let's head out once you're all set.
So, this is Astropolis? Trampolines, beach volleyball, and the smell of barbecue wafting in from who knows where. Guess this is what they...
We just barely escaped with our lives. And now we're suddenly greeted by this scene of peace and prosperity. It feels surreal. Like stepping back into Paniconi all over it for the people of Astropolis. The events unfolding in plain Arcadia.
It's hard to imagine what will go through their heads when they hear the news of the Veracity Husk's revival.
From what I know, Even if the news spread far and wide, most people in Astropolis would carry on surfing, sipping coffee.
After all, this is the vacation resort for IPC executives. Once people get parasitized by a certain kind of power, they always have this delusion that the fire will never burn its way to them.
The refugees on the Express can't just sit around twiddling their thumbs. We need to report this to the Astropolis authorities ASAP. Just leave that to me.
Sounds like a plan. Now let's get moving. And don't forget to bring Mr. N along. His brain works faster than the two of ours put together.
Oh, wait. Take me along, too. Everyone's got something to attend to. How can I...
Right. As the Astral Express's biographer, your comic's still running, isn't it? You wouldn't want to miss out on the Express crew's adventures in Astropolis, would you?
A fair point. But I can't just keep being a walking...
Miss Nihilux, we understand how you feel. But the work Ashvale and I have ahead of us is... incredibly tedious. And we'll no doubt be up against...
Those two acting all hush-hush.
Madam Jade said she'd send someone to receive us.
Hey! Hello! I've been waiting forever and you didn't even notice me. It's me, your avian buddy Albert.
Did you guys see that? One of the cars just came flying out like a surfboard.
Who are these people?
Surprise! Didn't see that coming, did you?
Mr. Owlbert? What are you doing here?
After all those episodes of Keeping Up with Star Rail, don't tell me you still didn't know the show's physical studio is right here in Astropolis. Do you have any idea how hard it was for me to get away from my mountain of work? All because Madam Jade asked me personally to come pick you up. What's she being all secret about anyway? I'm a pretty big deal in Astropolis, you know. Hoo. I see. It sounds like a hoot. Not like a hoot. The only hoots I give are literal ones. Anyway, I'll probably...
Wordplay? Seriously? At a time like this? Unbelievable.
Easy there, young lady. There's no rush. Just follow me. We'll cut through the Tennessee Side Park, and Madam Jade will be waiting for you somewhere a little more convenient. In the meantime, allow me to give you a grand tour of the city of converging stars along the way. Its sights, its culture, the whole shebang. Shall we? Speaking of which, why is this place called Kenneth Pot? Ta-da! The answer is... The administrator of Astropolis is named Kenneth Orita, and he's the one who designed the seaside.
Wait, isn't that Shush? What's it doing here in Astropolis?
On closer inspection, the paint job's different. This isn't shut.
Yes? That's a word we hosts simply can't bear to hear. Oh, I see. I knew nobody here. But one more introduction. This is the Universal Companion Service Robot. These little guys handle roughly 80. If you want one, you can apply for your very own, free of charge. And
Any name? Like this, auto heartthrob?
Let's get out of here fast.
There are 3 things I shall never do.
Here we are. Just head up this way. Madam J's waiting for you on the hotel deck.
The Tide of Terminator Grand Hotel, huh? So this is the spot Madam Jade picked. Pretty tucked away.
Wait, you've been here before, Miss Blurry?
Well, I did actually live here for a while back in the day. You know how it is. As a comic artiste, My greatest talent is traveling around the world, alternating between field research and...
Every time I do an interview, I can't help but envy you guests who get to travel far and wide and rack up all those. Well, the mission, madam. Before I head out, I hope you don't mind me asking, Trailblazer. Just casually drop the politest rejection ever. I sincerely hope that the opportunity comes. Well, I'll take my leave. Hope your chat goes smooth.
Wait, why is interplanar... jump here in Astropolis, too? Spacesuits? Jetpacks? Well, aren't we keeping up with the times?
The best rewards come unannounced.
It's been a while, Nameless.
Sunday is also an official member of the Express now.
Sounds like a lot went down during the Phantasmoon Games.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nihilux, a comic artist. You must be Madame Jade. I've heard so much about you.
Is that so? You look familiar. Have we met somewhere before?
Oh, not surprising at all. I'm sure you must have read my masterpiece, Fluffy Across the Blue. Either that or you've seen one of my on-camera interviews.
Someone help! Please get Miss Blurry and her zero boundaries energy out of here!
The Fluffy. Yes. Pearl has mentioned that comic to me before. But what we need to discuss next has nothing to do with comics.
Fair enough, but I'm guessing whatever you're about to discuss. That place is my home, and its future will be determined by the IPC's decisions. For as long as I can remember, I've been a bystander, recording other people's stories with my brush. But this time, my sketches, my home, they're all part of that world that's falling apart. At least let me witness the very moment that decides its destiny. Please, don't make me beg.
There are 8 system hours before the husk of veracity breaks through the seal. Pearl's transmission conveyed both her resolve and her plan to save them. She intended to invoke the gaze of the Amber Lord and borrow the power of preservation to encanvas Plain Arcadia once more, buying time against the husk's breakthrough. To that end, she was willing to offer up her cornerstone. But before her message could come through, someone within the IPC, as if they had already seen it coming, issued an early warning about the husk in Plain Arcadia spiraling out of control. At the same time, the one who issued the warning proposed a targeted plan: weaponize the Veracity's husk and transform it into a weapon against destruction. In which case, we would not only neutralize the threat posed by the husk, but also eliminate Nanook's minions once and for all. Perhaps even wound the Eon themselves. By comparison, Pearl's proposal looks more like it's just stalling an inevitable catastrophe.
Convert the husk into a weapon? If we do that, all of Plain Arcadia would cease to exist, wouldn't it?
Once that happens, then Himiko and the others will...
My friends, 2 Stellaron hunters, Madame Pearl, and countless citizens out there are still fighting for Plain Arcadia. As long as there's a chance to help them, as long as there's still a glimmer of hope, I'll pay any price without hesitation. But there is one price I refuse to pay. Their lives.
So, who proposed this plan anyway?
Oswaldo, from the Marketing Development Department.
That monster! Does he have even an ounce of humanity?
Human nature isn't even my main concern here. I'm more doubtful about whether this plan can actually work. I mean, was there really not a single person at the IPC who stood up and asked that guy if this plan even had a snowball's chance of working?
Of course there was. But standing behind Oswaldo was none other than Miss Yabali from the Technology Department. As the de facto leader of the Intelligentsia Guild, Yabali has spent years researching this technology. She's staking her personal reputation on seeing it put into practice. I assume you noticed the presence of Imagine on your journey here.
Well, yeah, but what does that have to...
They're not visitors who migrated from Plain Arcadia, but homegrown products of Astropolis itself.
I've heard that the birth of Imagine is closely tied to the unique properties of Ahatopia. Could it be that Ms. Yabali really has gotten her hands on some earth-shattering secret?
It's hard to say, but there's no doubt she's conducted extensive research into both the husk and imagenesis. Her claim that she can manipulate the husk of veracity doesn't seem to be some spur-of-the-moment delusion.
Even if she could harness the veracity, that's not exactly preservation, is it? Aren't you all followers of the Amber Lord?
Little girl, the IPC indeed walks the path of preservation. That much is true. But the IPC is made up of individuals, each with their own idea of what preservation actually means. Should the preservation be about protecting individual lives and homes? Or safeguarding the prosperity and order of the universe as a whole? That's a debate the IPC has never stopped having. Compared to the Anti-Destruction Alliance strategy, which would require endless coalition building and diplomatic maneuvering, the proposal to weaponize the husk holds far more appeal.
It offers a radical, efficient approach that would dramatically showcase the IPC's power and the prospect of harnessing the fragments of a fallen eon. This alone was enough to send many a colleague of mine with a taste for grand narratives into a frenzy of eagerness.
Grand indeed. But I fear that when the time comes, Yabali and Oswaldo may end up creating something far more terrifying than Nanook.
From what I understand, no matter how many people support or oppose it, the proposal still has to be put to a vote by the heads of the IPC's 7 departments before it can be implemented.
Aside from Oswaldo and Yabli, Taravan from the Building Material Logistics Department also cast a vote in favor.
Oh, that gluttonous butterball. Can't say I'm surprised. Everyone who meets him wonders if he's got some kind of family ties to the Veracity.
Wait a minute. Let me write down all these names and departments.
You don't need to remember all that. All you need to know is this. The score's 3-3. For the time being, we're tied.
Whew. Thank goodness.
Wait, 7 departments, 7 votes. Did someone abstain?
The power to cast the deciding vote fell into the hands of Mr. Arita from the Traditional Project Department. Instead of tipping his hand at the meeting, he postponed the vote, and in 5 system hours from now, he will give his answer at the Internal Decision-Making Conference.
How long?
In other words, it's only a matter of 5 hours before Plain Arcadia gets canvassed again. Or becomes a total sacrifice to the weaponized husk.
And our goal is to convince the undecided Mr. Arita?
Precisely. As a matter of fact, he refuses to meet with anyone, especially lobbyists from within the IPC. Arita is the most senior of the 7 department heads, and the most low-profile one among them all. Apart from showing up to make calls at key moments, his schedule is never made public. A big man like that prefers to call the shots from behind the scenes, not step into the spotlight to debate with his subordinates.
Then what if it were the Nameless of the Express requesting an audience? Would there be even a sliver of a chance?
It's a long shot, but I guess I've already dispatched a team of field specialists to track down his movements today. I'm sure one of them...
I'll talk Arita around. The fate of billions is at stake. My friends' lives included. That's all the reason I need to keep, but make no mistake. Just because I'm giving this everything I've got, doesn't mean I'm fully siding with the strategic investment department.
I understand. I swear by my cornerstone that what I place upon the scales this time is my unconditional trust and support. To ensure you all have a proper base of operations, I'll arrange an office in Lodestar Tower, the central hub of Astropolis. You're welcome to convene there. Well then, I shall take my...
Decide the fate of an entire world?
What kind of people does Jade send into the field?
Probably people who are good at staying under the radar, I assume.
They've got intel already?
They want us to meet at a restaurant.
So we just barge in and ask for a...
It's not exactly ideal to show up with a crowd when requesting an audience with someone. How about this? He and I will head out, while March and Miss Nilux go on ahead to the Lodestar Tower and get settled in.
Fair enough. If I tagged along...
We can't delay any longer. Let's split up. Oh, right. This is my first time teaming up with you. Huh, Sonny?
Missing Don Hung already? Don't worry.
Is the meeting spot somewhere around here? Wait. That figure! Is that you, Scott? You're still alive?
Keep it down, for crying out loud. Thanks to your immense generosity, I, Scott, have come back from death.
And this it?
Oh, almost forgot.
You're the IPC Vic, so, Mr. Scott?
Wasn't it all thanks to you screaming about getting revenge for me in front of everyone? Oh, please, would I ever lie to you? Shall we run it back on the VCR?
This one is for Scott, and this one, this... All right, I said it. So what? Kind of start...
Well, it's too late for regrets now. After Interastral Peace Entertainment broadcast that fight, everyone started asking the same thing. When I was alive, I never imagined I'd ever have that kind of insane clout. That's probably why one day I suddenly woke up in my office in a...
It seems wish power doesn't only take effect in plain Arcadia. It can work in us.
My fault? I've been rambling on about everything except what actually matters. But how lucky am I? I just got back from hell, and already I have a chance to repay your kindness. Madam Jade asked me to share what I know about Arita with the two...
So, Mr. Scott.
Of course! The many secrets of Astropolis are practically pinned on a public bulletin board for a wallflower like me. Someone who can slip through walls. I sneaked a peek at Arita's secretary's shredder and pieced together. Mr. Arita will be dining at this upside-down restaurant.
In that case, what are we waiting?
Who would have thought your single act of kindness would transcend worlds and come to our aid?
That was hardly some act of kindness.
Right this way, if you will.
An anti-gravity corridor? It feels like I'm back in a Penaconian dream.
Even back when I was still alive, a place like this was a rare splurge for me.
A restaurant that truly lives up to its name. The view here is quite spectacular. In Penacony, whenever the stock market fluctuates, plenty of people will head up to high places for a little...
like him is definitely dining in some secluded private room, probably surrounded by bodyguards, too. Let me go scout ahead for you. Wait here.
Welcome.
We're the only department.
May I ask, will you be dining with us or just stopping by for drinks?
Wait a minute. Is that...
Oh my, is that you? What do you mean? Astropolis is my hometown. I've mentioned it before, haven't I? Quite a few people in my family work for the IPC. I racked up a bunch of vacation days at the space station, so I figured I'd use them and come home for a visit. Plus, it gives me a chance to handle some, collaborative matters on behalf of Madam. What about you guys? Here for a meeting with the IPC, or?
More or less.
Then I won't keep you any longer. But if you need anything at all, like booking a table, arranging a visit to the Cloud Peak level of Lodestar Tower, anything like that, just let me know. After all, sometimes connections get you further than regulations on IPC turf. Good luck out there!
Gotta find a way to turn these tourists into my KPI.
It's only been a minute. Strange.
Do those shades...
Wait. They appear to be Mr. Scott's.
Mr. Taravan has concluded his meal. Items consumed during his dining session: 100 portions of prime tomahawk steak, 30 blocks of dragon scale cheese, 10 servings of emerald.
Taravan? That's quite the appetite.
I am Mr. Taravan's personal dietary management robot. My duties include monitoring his blood pressure before... My regards to you both. All for the Amber Lord. Wash your hands before you eat. Rinse your mouth after the treat. Good health makes for a happy life. Yo ho, yo ho.
So, this isn't some private room for Mr. Arita at all.
You guessed correctly, Penaconian exile. Please don't blame your poor ghost friend. His idea of stealth isn't nearly as impressive as he thinks, and neither is his brain. With just a little bit of misdirection, he dutifully led you straight here to me. Of course, I wouldn't be so bold as to let you disturb Mr. Taravan's meal without permission. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Kenneth Arita of the Traditional Project Department.
Traditional Project Department? Arita?
Oh, why, of course not. I'm merely an adopted son, fortunate enough to bear the old gentleman's family name. If you think of all of Astropolis as one big sprawling family, then I'd be the butler of the... And a butler's job is to know everything that goes on within the estate, down to the smallest detail, and to ensure no pests ever find their way inside to threaten the family. I heard that the Astral Express had arrived in Astropolis. 3 nameless bringing a flock of refugees to beg for aid. Curiosity got the better of me, and the result turns out to be...
I'm sorry. There must have been some misunderstanding, Mr. Kenneth. We have an extremely urgent matter, and would like to request an audience with Mr. Arita.
Mr. Arita has already made his position clear to everyone. No lobbyists. The lady from the Strategic Investment Department behind your visit should know that all too. My father taught me that at the heart of every deal lies one thing: respect. But that lady showed no regard for Mr. Arita's wishes, sending bumbling spies and reckless lobbyists. All right.
Kenneth, we're not spies, nor do we mean to offend you. We're just a group of desperate people with nowhere else to turn. My friends are back in Plain Arcadia, and every living being in that world are in grave danger right as we... On behalf of the Astral Express, I make this promise to you, and through you, to Mr. Arita. So long as he is willing to cast the deciding vote against the weaponization of the husk, the Express will bear any and all costs and obligations that arise from it. Please, make sure this promise reaches him.
The bond you share with your friends is truly moving. However, I'm afraid, as for this spy right here, I can give him back to you. The heart of every deal lies in respect. Chew on that. I've said my piece. Ugh, Taravan, that bloated pig. Weaponizing the voracity? Why not just weaponize himself instead?
So, what do we do now?
I'm sorry. I messed everything up again.